Hey, what's up guys? Just wanted to do a tank tour video again using the new camera and try to get a better quality video here to show you what exactly is going on here in the tank. So noticing right here this black box, and then when that's over here on the other side of the tank, those are called overflow boxes. Basically just a plastic or acrylic box with a bunch of slots on top. I drilled a hole in the back of the tank and mounted the box to the tank through the hole with a bulkhead fitting, and I have plastic grommets washers on either side with the bulkhead fitting against the glass to keep the water from getting out. And then on the outside of the glass on the back of the tank, I have 90s coming off and going right now with PVC and then hoses that connect to the sump under the tank that's down here. And then on the other side, at the end of the sump where the pumps are at, I have hoses going up here connecting to these plastic black pipes you see coming into the tank. These are my return pipes. Again, they're drilled out as well, and they're connected to the glass of the tank with bulkhead fittings. And again, they have plastic washers with them as well to keep the water from getting out, and have 90s coming off of them in the back, and those go down to the bottom of the tank, and then they go over to the other side of the sump to the pumps. And basically it just creates a constant flow. The water gets pushed up from the sump into the tank, fills the tank up, spills into the overflow box, which in return sends the water back down to the sump, and it runs it through all the filtration in the sump down at the bottom, pumps it back in, and creates just a complete circle here of water flow, and filters the water. If you notice right here in the corner, this big old huge thing sticking out here, there's one in the other far corner. That's this thing right over here. Those are flow jets I've got hooked up in here that I just purchased not too long ago. Basically just kind of creating a nice flow in the tank, keeps all the detritus out of all my corners, and also in the back of the tank, back behind all the waste rock. I noticed a lot of it's been building up back there, so I aimed them and kind of getting a nice circular flow in the tank. It keeps everything off the ground so that it gets sucked up into the filtration, and just kind of helps maintain the gravel and the tank and everything, better. So also back behind these flow jets in each corner, you'll see a long tube. Those are my heaters. I have two 75-gallon heaters in here, and they seem to do just fine. The background is a nice light blue color that I had spray painted on in my shop out there. I've got a video of me preparing the tank to be sprayed, but again, I didn't do too good of a job of videotaping myself doing much of the work, being out by myself and all that other stuff, Odyssey 80-watt light with a daylight and a 10-inch bulb inside. One switch turns it on, turns it off. I can't control either bulb individually, so that's kind of a downfall. But again, the lights the tank up real nice, and I enjoy it. So I got about 75 pounds of lace rock in the tank, providing nice hiding place and stuff for the cichlids. And also, recently here I've added this mess of levels here of limestone, and just to kind of give the fish some more hiding places in the tank. So I think that pretty much kind of does it for the tank. I've got crushed coral down here with some crushed black gravel mixed in real fine. That's really all my substrate is, so, and it's pretty nice. The fish like it, I like it. It helps buffer the water and keep the pH, where it needs to be, and also helps prevent, bacteria and things also from hurting the fish. Okay, I think I'll just bring you down here to the sump now. I guess before we go to the sump, I can show you the fish here, if you don't already know. Pseudotropheus demasonized, blue and the black stripes. Got a Mr. Bumblebee sitting over here. Snow white albino, don't know his scientific name. It's like scolio for something weird. I can't pronounce it. Some of these fish are like impossible. I think it's Pseudotropheus acei. Those are awesome. They tend to stay up at the top of the tank during the daytime in school. A lot of fun to watch. You can see the albino back there chasing his female. You got to get him another partner because he's about to stress her plumb out. I've got the yellow labs, and I've raised all of them from fry, except for 3 of them. So kind of does it for the fish. Let's go down here. You'll see my 2 quiet flow 2200 pumps, pumping the hoses. Back up here into my PVC connection, which goes right back up to my return, which blows the water in right there. You can see it's got a pretty good flow. There's 2 of those blowing water in, and again, like I said, the water fills up, spills into the box through those grates. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you probably can. You see some little slots at the very top of the box right there, and again, that water spills in through this PVC pipe and goes all the way across and down right there to the south. Goes through this filtration media and goes down through the bioballs. Trickles through all those, which oxygenates the water. Also, bacteria has lots of room inside the bioballs to grow and to help filter the water and break down all the different particles in the water. Water comes down through here, runs over here, and gets siphoned or sucked through there and pumped back up into the tank. You'll notice, let me see if I can see it, you'll notice the end of the hose here had to do a little bit of modification on this one pump. It's tended to be creating a vortex because the hose here is shorter than the hose over here, and so it has more suction on this one, and so it was creating a vortex at the tip, and it kept sucking water in there, which is bad for the pump. So I had to put me another connection on here and run a piece of green hose on it down to the bottom of the tank, or the sump, so that it's sucking water from down here to the bottom instead of up here at, at midways level. The other pump seems to be doing just fine. It didn't have that problem, which I really don't understand, but I don't, whatever, as long as it functions, I don't really care. So usually, like on your mag flows, pumps and stuff, you can just screw a 90 elbow onto the tip of your pump, and then that'll create the pump to pump from the bottom of the sump. But of course, I didn't have a way to screw on a elbow over there, so I just had to rig something else up. Fish buckets full of filtration. This thing is stuffed past the filtration. Just good. It'll last me a long time, and I got that from the guy who sold me this wet dry that I use. I know y'all saw me build the DIY sump out there, but I ended up getting this thing pretty cheap. Couldn't pass it up. Got it right there on New Year's night, right before I put the tank in the house. I got it probably just a few hours before I put it in the house. Tested it out. It had a lot of bad stress cracks on the bottom down here, but it didn't leak. So went ahead and hooked it all up. It's been working great. Another thing I did too, just real quick here, this is black plastic down here. You really don't even notice it, but I kind of lined the whole bottom of the tank. It kind of created a lip right here, and on both sides, and stapled this black paper down the ground. It doubled it over, so it's two pieces thick. Ran it across, stapled it down to kind of give me a little bit of leeway with any kind of leakage I get down here. So far, so good. No leaks or nothing. So that's the tank. If you got any questions or comments, let me know. And hope you enjoyed.